Tonight on Dispatches, an ideology of bigotry and intolerance spreading through Britain, with its roots in Saudi Arabia.
We Muslims have been ordered to do brainwashing.
On women's rights.
Allah has created the woman efficient.
If she doesn't wear hijab, we hit her.
Gay rights.
Take the homosexual man and throw him off the mountain.
Living in a multicultural society.
You have to live like a state within a state till you take one.
And holy war.
The pinnacle, the crest, the summit of Islam is jihad.
A Dispatches investigation has uncovered a fundamentalist message spreading from the Saudi Arabian religious establishment through mosques run by major UK organisations, which claim to be dedicated to moderation and to dialogue with other faiths. Green Lane Mosque in Birmingham is a high-profile mosque, and one we'd heard receives theological guidance from Saudi Arabia. Our reporter went undercover last summer, joining thousands of worshippers. He's staying anonymous. The theme of today's lecture is, don't believe in the arrests of alleged terrorists without proof, as non-Muslims are liars.
I don't believe them because they are kuffar and lying is part of their religion.
Kuffar is an Arabic word meaning non-believer, an infidel.
Unlike those kuffar, they do whatever they want to do.
It's a term our reporter was to hear repeatedly being used in a derogatory way.
They are liars. They are terrorists themselves. Liars. They will come before the people and talk, and they are lying. You can't believe them. These are pathological liars.
Green Lane Mosque calls itself a centre for interfaith communication, welcoming people of all religions. But our reporter filmed there over 4 months and found this speaker, Abu Usama, was their main English-language preacher. He says Christians and Jews are enemies to Muslims.
It has come to pass that we find the Nasara, the Yahud, America, the UK, France, Germany, they have come against the religion of Al-Islam. Why give up your deen and your long legacy of Al-Islam to please someone who is enemy to me?
Abu Usama is an American convert.
Hey, my man, where you from?
And a very popular speaker at Green Lane. He preaches against non-Muslim laws.
You want Al-Islam and the laws of Al-Islam to be practiced. You want to do away with the man-made laws.
And says British popular culture is a threat.
The popular culture. If you are a person who gives yourself to that, your mind is going to be controlled by the so-called powers to be, who make these man-made laws.
Green Lane's official website says the mosque is designed to counter the negative publicity and stereotyping of Islam. But after a few weeks, our reporter was told by fellow worshippers how to access another, much more difficult to find internet chat room. It's run by Green Lane Mosque and broadcasts Abu Usama's speeches live to a small band of listeners. He says Muslims should obey British laws and contracts if they don't contradict Islam, but he condemns non-believers.
No one loves the kuffar. No one loves the kuffar. Not a single person here from the Muslims loves the kuffar. Whether those kuffar are from the UK or from the US. We love the people of Islam and we hate the people of Kufr. We hate the kuffar.
Filmed undercover, he says he doesn't agree with the violent actions of Muslim terrorists, but he prefers them to non-Muslims.
I don't agree with those individuals, but at the same time, they're closer to me than those criminals of Al-Qur'an.
He says even Muslims who don't follow their strict rules can be ostracized as kafirs.
If you leave off the prayer out of negligence, then you are a kafir. If he dies like that, you have to bury him with the kuffar.
He preaches an ideal Islamic state.
Muslims shouldn't be satisfied with living in other than the total Islamic state.
His vision of the Islamic State includes extreme punishments, as he outlines in this DVD.
Whoever changes his religion from Al-Islam to anything else, kill him in the Islamic State.
The religious leader, or imam, can decide the punishments.
If the imam wants to crucify him, he should crucify him. The person is put up on the wood and he's left there to bleed to death for 3 days.
Abu Usama condemns the Western interpretation of free speech, which means the Prophet can be insulted, but he can be censored.
If I were to call homosexuals perverted, dirty, filthy dogs that should be murdered, that's my freedom of speech, isn't it? They'll say, no, I'm not tolerant. But they feel that it's okay to say something about the Prophet.
Our reporter has found these views being regularly preached at the head mosque of a major Muslim organisation. Green Lane Mosque, Birmingham, is the headquarters of the Makazi Jamiat Ahle Hadith, a British charity which runs over 40 UK mosques and branches, as well as part-time Islamic schools. It's an influential affiliate of the Muslim Council of Britain, which has praised it as a national body, respected for its educational and outreach programmes. But our reporter secretly filmed Abu Usama teaching that a jihad is coming against the unbelievers.
Verily Allah is going to bring a group of people that He loves and they love Him. These people will be soft and kind to the believers, and they'll be rough and tough against the kuffar. They will fight in the cause of Allah. I encourage all of you to be amongst them, to begin to cultivate ourselves for the time that is fastly approaching, where the tables are going to turn and the Muslims are going to be in a position of being uppermost and in strength. And when that happens, people won't get killed unjustly.
The peak, the pinnacle, the crest, the highest point, the pivot, the summit of Islam is jihad.
He criticises Muslim parents who don't want their children to learn this.
Today, many parents, they prevent their children from attending lessons. Why? They fear that they